Imagine this. You've spent weeks nurturing your seedlings, carefully transplanting them, dreaming of the harvest to come. Then, one morning, you walk outside to find your plants chewed to the ground, your rows of lettuce vanished, and mysterious tunnels crisscrossing your once perfect soil. Your heart sinks. All that work, destroyed overnight by hungry visitors you never invited. This isn't just bad luck. It's a direct threat to your food security and your hard work. Voles, moles, and rabbits don't just nibble, they can decimate an entire garden in a season, turning your dream of self-sufficiency into a frustrating battle. And the worst part? Most conventional solutions are either wildly expensive, brutally ineffective, or harmful to the very ecosystem you're trying to cultivate. But what if you could stop them? Not with a constant, costly war, but with smart, strategic, and surprisingly simple barriers that work with nature, not against it. The good news is that protecting your plants doesn't have to be complicated or break the bank. In fact, the most effective solutions are often the most straightforward. Let me show you the few critical things you need to understand about these pests so you can build a garden that thrives undisturbed. So, how do we build that undisturbed garden? We stop fighting the animals and start managing the access. Your goal isn't to wage war across your entire property. That's exhausting and nearly impossible. Your goal is to create a small, well-defended fortress around the specific things they want to eat, your garden beds. We do this with targeted physical barriers. It's the most effective, most permanent, and most eco-friendly solution. Let's break it down by pest, starting with the burrowers, voles and moles. Remember, moles eat worms and grubs, but their tunnels become highways for plant-eating voles. The solution is to block them from coming up into your raised bed soil in the first place. When you're building or prepping a raised bed, this is your single most important step. Line the entire bottom of the bed with hardware cloth, not chicken wire. The holes are too big. You need 4.0-inch or half-inch galvanized hardware cloth. Staple or tack it securely to the bottom of your bed frame before you fill it with soil. This creates an impenetrable floor. Voles can't chew through it, and moles can't push past it. They hit that barrier and turn around. It's a one-time investment that protects your bed for decades. Now for the munchers working at ground level, rabbits. A bed floor won't stop them. They'll hop right in. For rabbits, you need a fence. But you don't need to fence your whole yard. You only need to fence the individual bed. And here's the key specification. Because rabbits can both chew and squeeze, use that same 4.0-inch hardware cloth for the sides. Build a simple rectangular frame that sits on top of your bed, about 2 feet tall. Attach the hardware cloth to it. This creates a box without a top that you can lift on and off for weeding and harvesting. But here's the critical part. Rabbits will dig. So, this cage needs a skirt. Leave an extra 6 inches of hardware cloth at the bottom, all the way around. When you place the cage on the bed, bend that extra 6 inches outward, away from the bed, and peg it flat to the ground with landscape staples. They'll try to dig right at the fence line, hit the metal skirt, and give up. This combination, vertical barrier plus a horizontal digging deterrent, is nearly 100% effective. For individual precious plants like newly planted fruit trees or shrubs, use cylindrical guards. Wrap a 2-foot-tall piece of hardware cloth around the trunk, forming a cylinder, and secure it with zip ties. Ensure it's pressed into the soil an inch or 2. This protects the tender bark from vole and rabbit gnawing through the winter and summer. It's simple, cheap, and can save a tree you've waited years for. Finally, the mindset shift. Stop spreading deterrents like hair or pepper sprays over a wide area. Their effectiveness fades with rain and time, and you're constantly reapplying. Instead, focus that effort on installing these permanent physical structures. You build them once. They work every single day and night, rain or shine, while you're asleep. You're not trying to repel the animals from your yard. You're just very clearly telling them, this specific buffet is closed. This is how you move from reactive panic to peaceful, proactive security for your harvest. All of this, the hardware cloth, the cages, the guards. It's about more than just saving your lettuce. It's a fundamental shift in how you see your garden. You're not just growing food, you're building a resilient, self-reliant system. Every plant that reaches harvest is a step away from dependence and a step toward genuine security. This isn't about declaring war on nature, but about establishing a clear, respectful boundary. You are providing for your family, and these simple barriers are how you calmly, effectively defend that provision. Think of it as building a legacy of abundance, one protected bed at a time. The peace of mind that comes from knowing your garden is secure is priceless. No more anxious morning inspections. No more feeling that your hard work is at the mercy of every passing creature. You become the architect of your own food supply. So, let this be the season that changes. Don't wait for the next wave of damage to react. Look at your garden today, right now, and choose one bed, one new tree, one vulnerable crop to protect first. Get that hardware cloth, build that first cage, and feel the satisfaction of a problem solved for good. Your future self, enjoying a harvest you actually get to eat, will thank you. Start building your fortress today.